let us continue. After 20 minutes of talking about nonsense, we can continue Legend of Mana. And we're actually progressing nicely with the main stories. But yesterday, we forgot. Well, not forgot. Oh, wait, so all the stories are here. Heaven's Gate. Ah. There's at least 6 quests that I could not put into the Diary of the Cactus because of... Well, it's unlucky. It's the first playthrough. But we completed them, so roughly... Wait, is this already the completed ones? Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, it is. So it's... Okay, we're overall at 44 quests. Are we close to finishing? I don't think so. It depends. I mean... We're close gameplay-wise, but in terms of how much time is left, then I think we're not. There are 68 quests overall, I think. Let me check on some monsters. Ooh, look at that. What is that? A Garuda. A Garuda. Okay, I'll leave the current path here. I'm gonna take the Garuda. Yeah, don't get spoiled. Enjoy your day. If you can't watch it. Garuda's feed box is empty. Wait a moment, we need to check the encyclopedia. Power and defense. With the turnips. Apricot for defense. So apricots are always good. This is pretty good. Bumpkin. Cornflower. Cabbage Dillo. No, that's not good. Poor melon. Cherry bombs are good too. There's so much stuff here. Okay. Feed the Garuda with an apricot. Apricot is good. Plus defense. Cherry bombs were good too. And that's enough for now. Again, like every time they leveled up, I would have to come back here and put something into their pots. Like it's lots of the systems seem very grindy at least. All right, let's go Garuda. As in, like he levels up once, then I would have to come back to put something into his pot. see. Oh, there's the Pine Clock. Cabadillo. Hartman. Are these what I need? Lily pods. I think. I wish you could feed your pets on a journey as well, because they're gonna be leveling up very fast. Excuse me. Hello there, tree. Golden seed. Wow. That was a special one. Round spiny seeds. Ooh, big seed was a waste. Oblong. Okay. A seed is the embodiment of creation. Wow, I actually got a new artifact? Can I place it? Like, do I have space? Ooh. And we have to continue the Dragon Quest line as well. I can't even place it anywhere. How are you supposed to... What am I supposed to do? That's it? It's like over? Like I'm screwed? No, I can't place it here. This at least... Okay, this is another thing about the game that's a little bit unfair. I enjoy the game, we'll just go on, but you see, this sucks. Because these things are not explained at the beginning of the game. When you place... Like, I was just like, oh, this area looks cool. So you can choose an absolutely garbage location, and you might miss on areas because you will run out of territories. So again, like, the game is very cruel with a few mechanics. Nah, please don't spoil it. I don't think, I mean, like, it can't force you to choose an area because it doesn't work here. I can't place more. So that's kind of sad. It makes me sad, at least. Oh well. Oh, and I would have to go to the White Forest. Okay, let's go through all the cities if there are any new quests, because we haven't been like to most places. Now the problem with some of these type of NG plus is it doesn't matter. It's not too bad, but like I'm not going to play the game immediately, because the problem is that most of the other things will be the same. That's at least a type of NG plus that I tend to... Oh, okay, he's here. I tend to not do when it's clear that you just want to do what you missed. And then like 90% of the game will be exactly the same. Like you just played, but you missed a few quests because of some minor things. Well, next playthrough, I guess. I'm looking for a friend. Good luck. Good luck, Elazul. So he's back. So this girl is here. Mark's dream since he was a lad is to go to outer space in a rocket ship. Childish, eh? That's rude. So nothing here. Okay, I guess like not much here. Helping those in need is the path to salvation. What would you like to know? Alright, so he's just a tutorial. The cutest postman. So nothing in Domina, at least now. Okay. Then for the next quest on the fairy quest line, I would have to go to the Dragon's Corpse. I don't know, on the other hand, what is the next part of Alazul's quest line. It's like this way he joins. Oh? You? Well, that we figured out. Alazul. What? I had a feeling I might get left behind. Are you going somewhere? Yeah. Do you want me to stay here? Yeah. That's not fair. There's no other choice. It's too dangerous for you to come. Right, Toto? It's dangerous here too. I mean, it is, I guess, right? Everywhere. It's dangerous everywhere for her. They're looking for her. We can't leave her behind. Perhaps you're right. Stay at my place? Well, at least Lisa and Bud can look out for her. I'm so happy. Thank you. I'll go get settled in. She's in need of things like a home, a family. Okay. Well, at least that sounds good. Protect Pearl. Did I just recruit a waifu? I think I just did. I just recruited a waifu. Last time we were at the tower, so maybe I have to go back to the tower. Like, there's no hint. This seems to be the hardest questline by far. Every other was, like, made sense. And are fairly straightforward. Alright, I don't think it's here. But, Elazul's questline seems to be a little bit more, a little bit tougher. So last time we were in the tower, they got attacked. And Elazul is still is looking for someone. What if I take Elazul to the underworld? Because we found the spirit of oh, how was he called? The murdered guy from the beginning. The murdered Jumi from the beginning. Yeah, the dominant lady always tells you something. But sometimes she's not telling you much. It's like, use magic. Or, rabbis are nice. It's like, okay. It's not always very useful. Oh. Ghosts? How? Doesn't this just go... Okay, that's him. That's the wisdom. Ah, there he is. Rubens! It's you! I heard you're really helping my Jumi friends, thanks. Rubens, you can't see me. What happened to me can be undone. Promise you'll keep the other Jumi safe. He can't see me. Damn, I need to ask him something. Toto, you can ask him for me. Ask him what he knows about the Jewel Hunter. The Jewel Hunter? She looks just like someone I know. And if it is her, the Jumi are doomed. I hope I'm wrong. He's talking about a traitor. I will avenge you, Rubens. I promise. Somewhere out there, a Jumi is thinking of me. Thank you, whoever you are. May your core shine bright. That was nice. That was a nice little bonus. It didn't tell me much. But that was nice. A traitor. Oh, I have a bad feeling, but we'll see. I guess we can try the Domina lady. Oops. Alright, bring me to the surface. And I can't wait to continue the quest line with the Dragoon. That was so good. That quest line was really good. Traders make the best plot twists. I wonder if that's true. I think actually, I mean, that's true. Those are usually good plot twists. I like plot twists usually where it turns out that the villain is... I'm not saying that the villain is good. My favorite kinds of plot twist is when the game makes you feel bad for the villain. Like when you find out that their agenda is not that unreasonable. Those are my favorite type of plot twists that make you feel for the villain. Like, it turns out that the villain is an anti-villain. Or is it? Yes, an anti-villain. Well, I think I'm at the end of the Dragoon quest line. I'm also at the end of the Fairy quest line. The Jumi quest line is the one I'm struggling with. Anti-hero. I might be mixing them. No, I actually mean anti-villain. Anti-hero means you're a hero, but not for the sake of being a hero. Hero is a hero. Villain is a villain. And an anti-villain is a villain that tries to be a hero. An anti-villain is a villain that truly believes he's doing good, but what he's doing is ultimately evil. So the means of doing it is evil, but the reason he's doing it is not for like, he's doing it for really, like, truly good, like that you believe that what he's trying to do is good. It's just he still has to be stopped. And those are my favorite kinds of villains. So not the type of villain, you know, like he's insane, like not that he thinks he's doing good, but even you believe him that he's doing something good, except just wrong way. A red flowerling, a blue student, and a silver mushroom. Do I have to go to Geo? Eat your vegetables. Well, thank you. Very useful. Eat your vegetables. There. Okay, I'm gonna... But mushroom? Is there a mushroom in Geo? Silver mushroom? You know what is anti-tank? What the hell? Looks like I did it. Hey! How many times must I tell you, Mudstone? Oh, it was Geo. That was the tip. But Mr. Ninunza. Quiet, Mudstone. Isn't that the thief? That girl. What is an Entitang? What can I do for you? Okay, I was curious. Again, like, I'm still suspicious of this shopkeeper here. I was curious if Alazul would recognize any of the gems. Oh, there they are. My sisters, I don't have time to wait. Something's wrong. Shall we come back later? No. I'm Nunuzak, conjurer extraordinaire. What do you mean something's wrong? So this is where I have to be. Her sisters. Come back another day, he means? Sometimes in JRPGs, they do mean the tips literally. Madam, you should be in bed. The medicine will be here any minute. Please get some rest. This is no time to sit and rest. Sotheby, I gotta scrape some cash together or else I'll lose the palace. But madam, we can waste the 10 billion woku by suing madam's heart. What? What does that mean? We can raise the 10 billion... Oh, 10 billion lucre. Okay. And if we explain our predicament, he might grant us some relief. Don't be so naive. He's not that soft. He's a monster. A monster with rabbit ears. No way. Is the Palace of Arts owing money for Niccolo? What? 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 Niccolo is the real villain. Please direct all inquiries to Sotheby. Madam Christie has fallen ill. We ordered some medicine from Twavering Merchant, but he charged us 10 billion lucre. We didn't have that much cash on hand, but we had no other choice. What? Merchant extraordinaire Niccolo, 10 billion for... Wow. That is cruel. For medicine? That is cruel. I will have to find Niccolo now, wherever he is. Oh! What? Have you noticed? He's gone. Gideon is gone. Or was it Gilbert? Ooh. I always call him Gideon. Oh. Alright, so today should be a school day. Hey there, Mary. How's it going? And they're not here. So he did mean literally. My name's Esmeralda. I want to be a magic warrior. I'm gonna fight hard. Hello. She's Jumi. I suspected you were Jumi. I'm the Lapis Knight Alazul. I'm scouring the world in search of Jumi. Wow. Something's wrong with that instructor. Her hobby is collecting girls' hair. She's after mine, I'm sure of it. What a weirdo. I've got class today. Let's meet at the library some other time. Maybe on a Gnome or Undine day. Okay. Wait, you went to work, Mary? Why didn't you take a day off? Why didn't you take a day off? That black mage looks great. After the vaccine. Gnome or Undine? Dryad. Salamander. Gnome. Alright, perfect. It's not about like if you think you need it or not. I think it should be mandatory for everyone. It's just you're just making it harder for your body. There she is. Esmeralda. Alazul. Quiet, Mudstone. This isn't the battlefield. You don't have to yell. Mudstone? Yes, a useless Mudstone. Jumi cores were once prized for their great magic. Once upon a time, mages declared open season on Jumi cores. But those things are about as much use as a rock these days. Wait, Mr. Nunuzak, not in front of visitors. The ancient texts describe their incredible powers. They say how the cores could heal any wound and were the source of immense magic. This is my little apprentice, but she's just a worthless Mudstone. Why you? Whew. Why didn't you stick up for yourself? Any real Jumi would. Because he's right, and if everyone thinks I'm a Mudstone, nobody will want my core. Huh. Let me ask you something, Alazul. On your travels, have you seen anyone who looks like me? No, how about you? I think I have. That's a lie. I can read minds. You don't fool me. Just kidding. Are you looking for someone? I think I've seen someone. My sisters. I want to be alone for a while. As you wish. Oh? The Lucky Clover. If there's anything I can do, just ask. Give me some time alone. Okay. I'm still suspicious of this merchant here. And where is Niccolo? Oh, wait, what is he doing here? Oh, what? What? They put They put Gilbert into the basement? Monique, my true love. I came to a town you know not, fell in love with a woman, sang a song you know not. I have become a person you know not. A merchant with rabbit ears sold me to a woman of wealth, and here I am in a cold, dark storeroom. Wow. I'm telling you, Niccolo will turn out to be the villain of the game. Niccolo is just causing so much shit. Sadness consumes me, but I cannot cry, for I am now made of stone. All I do now is reminisce about our childhood. We used to fight so much, but the time we shared was mostly joy and laughter. I wish to sing you a love song once again, Monique. Resume for love. That's sad. So... wait, I have an idea. So Rubens had a girlfriend who was turned to stone, and as far as we know, is probably the stone girl in Domina. What if we show that to Alazol? And now I have to find Monique. Probably back at the lamp shop. And Lumina. Tell Monique that Gilbert is there. Hey there, Lillian. Good morning. I'm Monique the lamp maker. Yeah, I know that. I have a feeling I need to find a third quest. There must be some way to figure out how to cure petrification in the game, if this is not the solution. If this is not the solution, there must be a way. Oh yeah, I went to the store. No, so this is not it either. I really thought so. Alright, let's see. Yeah, the Jumi questline is kind of tough. It says the horse statue prevents cave-ins. Beats me. Horse statue. I don't know about any horse statue, but cave-ins? That would probably be the mines then. There's no statue here. Anything I can buy? 4 statue. Yeah, that bird will level up a lot. Well, if we are here, we can check for new quests. It's fine. I will have to go through every single zone as well to just find if there's anything. But if I'm here, I might as well. Okay, I don't think this is what they meant. Wait, or did they just mean I have to go back to horse statue? Maybe they mean that I have to go back to Gilbert? There we go. At the Digger's hideout. Arf! Duba? Nah, there's nothing here. Doob! Arf! Arf! I love that portrait so much. And it's just the book of poems. There's nothing with this. Hey, you! You nosy so-and-so, don't go reading my poems like that. Still nothing happened ever since. This is probably like the quest line for the penguins. I'm Roger, leader of the Diggers. The ceiling could cave in at any time. Dudbears! Doob! Go get something that will stop the cave-ins. Oh, this is new? Alright, show's over. Bye now. What? Okay, no. Okay, there must be something more here then. But I don't think it's the same. Or is it? Okay, let's go to them then. Okay, so we have to summon Roger again? Duba? The horse statue we bought from Christie seems to have reduced the cave. No, they're using Gilbert. So I did feel right. They used Gilbert to prevent the cave-ins. I put it in a special place, so don't you dare move it. So now I have to find where they put Gilbert. Now I wonder which quest line this is. The horse. Okay, so I did put 1 and 1 together. That was unexpected though. All right. That was slightly unexpected. So, okay, whenever the game tells you, just like most JRPGs, take it literally. How are you doing, Namaste? Oh. I could enhance the sword, by the way. Well, if I felt like crafting. Tough. So wait, is it gonna be at the entrance? Because it said the horse statue prevents the cave-ins. We can check. My Garuda is leveling up nicely. No, so not here. Well, I can take the express again then. Doob. Oops. Trials of Mana. Trials of Mana has so good music as well. Just the Mana series so far have really good soundtracks. There's the horse statue. Quakebringer. Wait, did that miss? Ooh, that looked nice. That looked very nice. All right. I don't know, the Garuda hasn't... I didn't see like it's very useful. It looks good though. Alright, he's not here. Damn. Where have they put Gilbert? Nice. Duba. No, there's a cave in here, so I can go down that way. Oh, I think that's yeah, that's because I think that was the quest line for Irvin. Not sure if I will be able to do the wisdom quest line because the Four Winds and the Trickster hasn't been available. Like, I don't know where their fixed spot is, if they even have a fixed spot. To take butt to them. There. Nice. Wait, is there a cave in here? Wow. Okay. Have I missed Gilbert? There is Gilbert. Okay, this way is the Yeti. I think we looked at every single room now. Okay, except this. Ah, of course he's here. Monique, I miss you. Your voice was a joy to hear. And Flemshy, you were so charming when I saw you at the harbor. Miss Kathinja, I won't hate you for turning me into stone. Madam May, Elle, Rachel, Miss Yuka, I love you all. Do I have to talk with all those people? Oh no, I have an idea. It's a stretch. But what if I take Al here and maybe Al can sing a song and turn him back to real? Or do I have to talk with the petrifier? Yeah, of course, it's just normal. Of course, it's the last room. That's just how it's supposed to be. It's destiny. There. Niccolo has caused lots of grief, gotta say. Ticinus is teaching today, so it's not her. Where would Niccolo be? Maybe Niccolo sells something. You look troubled. Oh. I have a favor to ask, but not of you. Todo? Come to the library in a gnome or Undine day. You too, Elazol. Alright, come on. Now that's a lot of back and forth. Come on. That's an awful lot of back and forth. No more Undine. Dryad. There. Do 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 do. Okay, so this is the main story. I do want to solve Gilbert's quest. Thanks so much for coming. What can we do for you? First, there are a few things I need to explain. I ran away from the Jumi city and was taken in by the academy. What happened to the Jumi city? Well, Florina, the only one who could heal, was kidnapped. Healing powers. It was too risky for all of us to stay together in the Jumi city. Without the power of healing, if anything happened, I was separated from my sisters in the chaos. And the Nunu magic guy has been interfering, eh? No, Mr. Nunuzek is looking after me. As long as I stay within these walls, he'll give me instructions in the magic arts until a knight appears, that is. So you need me to be your knight. But Elazol, you already have a guardian. Mr. Nunuzek says that would be too timing. Knights and guardians aren't lovers, you know. The safety of one guardian is enough for a knight to worry about. Don't bite off more than you can chew, Jumi boy. I'm more capable than you know. Well, what now? Mr. Nunuzek said I should ask Todo to be my knight. Oh, with a funky red hat like that, he can't fail, yes. What do you say, Todo? Accept the knighthood. Thanks, Todo. I'm heading to the jewelry store. Meet me there if you need me. Hope we can find her sisters. Where do we look? Don't worry about that. My sisters have been drawn to my core. They're close. We'll see them soon. Oh, and now she's a companion? That's gonna be one. Don't run inside the store. I'm sure that that's one of them. Sorry, I'm really in a hurry. Do you have anything that looks like my core? Esmeralda, does that mean your sisters are... Only their cores are left. The Deathbringer's army took them. I see. So you're looking for your sister's core as mementos. Not exactly. There might still be some magic left in their core. If I had some tears of healing, I could bring them back. The only Jumi who can cry is Florina, but who knows where she is. Besides, isn't your safety more important? Let me handle this. You should get back to class. If you think it's dangerous, then protect me. You're a knight, aren't you? Act like one. Wow. She's nothing like Pearl. Sorry to interrupt, but we don't deal in Jumi cores here. Well, an ethical jewelry shop, now that is rare. And I always thought these places were just morgues by a different name. Alright, let's go to the next place. I never knew there were Jumi in this city. Oh? Really? I was almost sure those are Jumi cores in the wall. But then there's another one in I know which city. The jewelry store? Can't you stick around a little longer? There's no... Okay. This is not a jewelry store. So we have to do something here. Minerals. Do we have to sleep maybe? Stay. No, that was not it either. Oh, there we go. The Palace of Arts. Have you ever seen a jewel like this? Sotheby, have you ever seen one of these jewels? I saw one in the storeroom down below. Take a look in the storeroom. I'll give you the jewel if you need it. Thanks. That's awfully nice. Okay. That was easy. Why, madam? A Jumi core will only bring you misfortune. Ah. Oh? Wait. Oh, and of course Gilbert is gone. What's this? What's Lady Diana doing here? Diana. Do not call me by that name. I'm no longer a Jumi. Why not? The Jumi are doomed. You should follow me and give up being a Jumi. Never, ever. Even without their cores, I can hear my sisters calling me. The others are the same. They're all waiting for the tears of healing. Florina, the last Jumi with the power to heal, is dead. The Jumi are fated to extinction. I won't give up. Take your sister's core and leave this place before the Jewel Hunter gets here. How could the Jewel Hunter know? Because I told her to come and steal my core. This was my decision as the leader of the Jumi. Once my core is gone, I hope this foul business will come to an end. I can't let you do that. If you still have hope, then live on as a Jumi. Your sister's core is right over here. I won't give up. The Jumi will cry again, I'm sure of it. It's an awfully sad story overall. I wonder where this is gonna go. Then back to Elazol. See, nothing happens to her. Okay. Okay, so wait, there's another place then apparently that has her... Okay, so there's another place apparently where... Alright, so her sisters are here. No school. somewhere. Today is holiday. Oh, I think there's one here. Huh? Uh-oh. Let's come back on Dryad Day when the principal is teaching class. Ah. Okay. Okay. All the day switching. This is why you said, oh, it's this one? Yeah, it's lots of day switching. Can't you stick around longer? Oh, wait. So that's why the inn is there. So you actually have to switch the days. Oh, that's why. Okay, that makes sense. Now I understand why it's like this. The jeweler is sus? Definitely. I think the jeweler is the... What day was it? Dryad Day. Nice. The jeweler has something to do with the gem stealer. The gem thief, sorry. English is hard. Oh, answer me. There it is. Found it. Does this make me a thief? Not at all. You're a wonderful knight. I always wanted to say that. Thanks. Nice. No, not at all. Nah. You're not a thief. You filthy thief. Okay. But we found all of them. What now? There were only 2 sisters, no? Maybe back here? Into the basement? Where's the Onion Knight? He's not here on these days? Okay, wait, let me look around in this room. Maybe. There's more? Interesting. Maybe back to because they have great magic, right? So maybe now we have to take it back to Nunuzak. No. I love the black mage statues. I guess there's gotta be more. I wonder if I missed an area. Okay, so not here. I wonder if I missed like a whole area. It can happen because it's sometimes actually it's hard to notice like an area you've never been. There's a door there. No. I wonder if I can come back here, but Nunuzek really isn't here, and then this mummy will do something. I feel if we were at the right place, she would sense it. Hey. Where else? Like, I don't know places. Can go in there. How you doing? You know, yeah, every bartender. No. Hi there, Larry. Yes, I will have to talk with everyone. Yeah, I think so. How are you doing, Larry? Welcome, welcome. All right. $10 billion lucre. 10 billion. She cuts her wages and pays Nicolo 10 billion. Wow. I mean, we talked with everyone, I think. I guess not. Wow. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I still think it's gonna be at the gem shop. No, like we talked with everyone. In before, like, we have to sleep until something happens. Stay. Salamander Day. Buy items. Ask questions. Jumi cores. I'm looking for Jumi cores. I would never sell a Jumi core for money. Okay, this quest is getting on my nerves. I mean, there's no other place to go, is there? I'm not searching one spot. Maybe I don't even know the spot exists. See you later, Mary. Maybe like there is a place I just don't know you can go into. It happened before. Like, oh, I think it happened in Lumina. I didn't even know that you can go there. Like to a certain place. Is there a store or something? Did I miss? There's nothing here. Nunuzak is here. Yeah. Well, Nunuzak is here. I wonder if I can... What sort of experiment should I perform next? So nothing happens. Okay. Hey, there's Dodge. Ay, ay, ay. I'm looking every nook and cranny. Oh, no, I did talk to him. Oh, it's so dumb. Because if you talk to the innkeeper from the counter, he has a different dialogue than if you go behind the counter. Excuse me, do you own anything like this? Who the heck are you? Well, do you have one or not? Of course I ain't. I thought you might. That's all just a hunch, I guess. Lying. Lying. Oh. He hid it in the flower. Let's sleep here, maybe? The storage room, the principal's office, and one more place where I can sense a core. I bet it's in the cafe. Let's go find out. I knew it was here. Blimey, what did you think you're doing, eh? You bloody well stop that. Found it. Oh, that's me, Emerald. No, this is my sister and I'm taking her back. What a load of cobblers. You must be out of your bloody head. You sure say mean things for a dove putt. Come on, you're my knight. Fight for me. Violence is wrong. I'll fight. You mustn't strike a lady. Blimey. Use your noggin for once. If you've got something to say, I'm all ears. You're right, I'm sorry. It's a long story. Will you hear me out? Of course. I'll just sit here and pretend to listen and then I'll chuck him out. Fine, I'll begin. Blimey, being killed for your course? That's terrible. Is it crying? They're not exactly dead. In ages past, Jumi healed our wounds with tears. If I had some tears of healing, I might be able to revive them. If it's tears you need, then take mine. You can have all you want. They're just tea water, but they're good and pure. Delicious too. Thanks, but regular tears won't do. They have to be Jumi tears. Why don't you cry then? Jumi tears are shards of life. That's why our tears can heal. But I don't know how to cry. A long time ago, the Jumi put life into their tears and shared them freely. But one day we weren't able to cry anymore. My teacher said that it might be some kind of survival instinct. I don't rightly understand, but I reckon you really need that jewel. Go on, take it. Thank you. Uh-oh, me water. Okay. Ooh. Looks like the lucky clover is whole again. Uh-oh. The letter. A note. It says the lucky clover will be mine. What are we gonna do? Don't leave my side. Thank you, Todo, but I should go back to the academy. if you see Alazul, tell him to be careful and take care of yourself. Oh no, this is trouble. Where's Esmeralda? Back at the academy. I see. You aren't ready to be a knight. That's no way to protect the Jumi. I never let her. Oh. I'm too late. Esmeralda's not here. The jewel hunter must have lured her out somehow. Oh, I failed as a knight. I told her to stay by my side. I had a bad feeling about this. Let's find Esmeralda. Let's go. Yeah, but where could she be? Maybe now the arena? No, it's here. It's gonna be here. Ah, of course. It's terrible. Esmeralda. No, what happened? A Jumi of Diamond. I was once called Diana in the Jumi city. Young Jumi Knight, can you save Esmeralda? Of course. Then I leave it to you. Oh! What is that again? There you go. Wait, this one actually has a lot of health. Okay, quick bringer. Yes. Ooh. Oh, the level up. Man, my new abilities are a little bit OP. Over there. I can't shed tears, not for myself, not even for my sisters. You're too late. No! Damn it! I'm sorry. I knew this would happen. I believe the Jewel Hunter wants the exact revenge on the entire Jumi people. Revenge for what? Bring your guardian to me and I promise to tell you everything. I give you this as a proof of my word. Allow me to return you to your guardian. Why do I not believe her? It's almost like she's the traitor. I must tell her about Esmeralda and Diana. This house is so nice, Alazul. Over here. Not just yet. Not when she looks so happy. Wait, is that the... Is she dreaming about Alazul? That's a big gem. I love that each quest has an image at the end. Oh, and now she's gone. All right, Cactus. That animation is so cute with the cactus. Another friend in my master's life. She was a pile of dirt? Did I get it right? I didn't know what to say to that, so I couldn't even look straight into my master's eye. Sorry. No, that's not it. Pile of dirt? Is it a torso that things nag the arena monster? Probably like some of the... Oh, hey there. Some of the monsters are pretty crazy looking. Did Pearl come by? No? Not yet. Well, perhaps this note has. Damn it, the jewel hunter must have kidnapped her. Let's find her. I'm grateful, but we have no clues. Let's leave this place and look around. Cosmo. Alright, first I want to check some other quests. Oh. In the caverns? What? Okay, first let me go to Lumina. First I want to complete the Gilbert quest line. I heard that Gilbert was turned into a stone statue. Is it true that he's somewhere in the mines now? Yes. Well, it's none of my business. I need to relax. I think I'll go to the beach. She's not going to the beach. She's going to the mines. You're not fooling me, Monique. Or is she? Okay, let's go to the mines first. My instincts say she's going to the mines. Alright. Animal bone. It's up here. Haha! Oh, Monique, the faintest ray of light shone in the darkness. It was your love. You are the only one for me, Monique. How I wish to send you a poem of my love. Or do I have to talk with all his lovers? Maybe. So there was a light there. I don't know if I remember all of them. Okay, so one in Geo for sure. Then I think it was Flemshi as well. And L. Basically all the sirens, I think. Okay, so not her. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about Gideon. Or not Gideon. Gilbert. Popoda Harbor. I don't think I can talk with her though. Get the dancer. How rude. No, I'm not interested in your songs. So really, I just have to go to the beach? All right, I guess my instincts were wrong there. But something did happen to the cave. I hope I will be able to finish the game, by the way. I ran out of spots, so I cannot place more artifacts. What if I can't finish the game? Now that I'm thinking about it. Alright. I'm going to L, I think. I think I can take her as companion as well, so maybe that's why you have to take L to Gilbert. Gilbert is a weird guy, but he still needs help. You think so too? But what can we do? Maybe we should ask the sorcerers at the Academy of Magic. We have to do something. Oh, hi, Monique. I didn't expect to see you here. Hello, Flamshi. Talking about Gilbert again? Oh, you were listening to us. I wasn't listening, I just overheard. Who would want to listen anything about him? Well, I don't understand why you hate him so much. I don't understand why you like him so much. I guess sirens will settle for anything that sings. Wow, that's not fair. Okay, fall in love with whatever you want. sneak. Memorize the spell I'm going to say now. I'm only going to say it once. A spell? It will lift any curse as long as it's cast by the accursed's most beloved. It's a well-known spell among the mermaids. It's kind of long, so listen carefully. Okay, everyone, remember. Heavens bless the earth with life-giving showers of rain. Heavens bless the earth with life-giving showers of rain. The ancient memories of Mother Earth fill our souls with bliss. Become the pillar of our energy and know the ultimate truth. Oh, Flemshi, that's too long. Well, too bad. She totally did that on purpose. I'd better go try it out. Yeah, there are chocobos here that are monsters. But does that mean we could lift the curse? It might mean that we can lift the curse on the shopkeeper girl as well. But no, I would need the Rubens for that. I might not be able to complete everything because of my map. I mean, I can already not place down one of the artifacts. But I'm worried if I can finish the game, because what if the final quest will require an artifact? But in that case, if that's really the case and that was not fixed for the remake, that's just really a big oversight if that's a thing. Like, if I can mess up my playthrough in the first 10 seconds of the game and I will only know that at the very end, that's a big problem. So we'll see. So yeah, let's hope we can place it on water. I mean, it's just silly at the beginning that the game doesn't tell you, like, why. Like, it should say, you're going to be placing, you know, things on the map. Make sure you choose the right spot or anything like that. It's just really, again, that's just, I'm usually very positive, but there are things that have to be called out. Like, that's not okay. If I'm gonna not be able to finish the game, that is. But we'll see. Like, there's a difference between having to play the game multiple times because you want to figure out more things, and there's a difference between you have to play it again because the game fucked you over, to put it mildly. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the most charming part, that there are things you can miss, but you should have to start a new game plus or a new game because you want to do it. Like, oh, I can't wait to see this, instead of like, I have to do this because of, you know, this and that. Gilbert, our harmony ended up in Discord, but you're still a good friend of mine. I hope you can restart your quest for love, but first you need to come back. I'm ready, Toto. I hope you'll help me out. Oh no! Heavens bless the earth with life. Life-giving showers of rain. Oh, what was it? Memories of the ancient memories. What was it? Oh shit! Oh! Chat, help me out. Which one was it? Definitely not spiderweb memory. Was it memories of the past or the ancient memories? I think it should be memories of the past. No! Anyone? Okay, anyone remembers. Oh, the second one. Oh, those two are so similar. No one was paying attention? Wow. Okay, memories of the past. Of Mother Earth. Of Mother Earth, fill our souls with bliss. Because the pillar of... Become the pillar of our energy. And know the ultimate truth. I think we were a little off. Shit, let's try this again. Alright. Heavens bless the earth with life. Memories of the past. Mother Earth is full of herself. I don't think this is it. Oh, so it's the end I messed up. Become the pillar of our energy. And know the energy of the ultimate truth. Yeah, we got a bit wrong. Okay, heavens bless the earth with it. Was earth, I think. Of Mother Earth fill our souls with bliss. I think this is the same one. We are a little off. Okay, so it's a little bit off. Was it the wind? Oh yeah, the wind with life. No, it's Earth. It was Earth. Maybe ancient memories. Mother Earth is full of her. That's not it. We got a bit wrong. Okay. I know this time. Heavens bless the earth with life-giving showers of rain. Yes. The ancient memories of Mother Earth fill our soul with bliss. Become the pillar of our energy and know the truth. Know the ultimate truth. Yes! Oh, Monique! Gilbert! Monique, I don't know what to say. Thanks. That's it? Thanks? It's too good to hear your voice again, Gilbert. Oh, the sirens look amazing. The resume for love. But that's it, thanks? That's all he had to say, thanks? What an asshole. He was just saved from being petrified for eternity. And he says thanks. He's never gonna get better. Thanks. Do. Go cactus. Gilbert got to travel to a lot of places because he was a stone statue and was sold to those many places. I think he saved a lot on travel expenses. That's true, I guess. Wow. Wow. All right, let's feed my Garuda. Cherry bombs are good. I think the Cabadillo was good. Okay. Has lots of health. All right, anything new here? Oh. Okay, I got a few new things. The boar melon, I think, is new. Now the Cabadillo. I'm sad I can't place the gold seed. All right. Cabadillo. Nice. Let's give him seeds. So, spiny seed, flat seeds. I think I still need long ones. Okay. Let me check the workshop if there's any quest. No, it all seems good. All right, Elzul, let's go. Where could Pearl be? Oh wait, it was the caves, of course. The note said the caves, right? Okay. Oops. Wait, what is the duck smoking? What do you two want? We're looking for a friend. Have you seen her? Speak the truth or else. Don't threaten me, pal. Wait, you're talking about an innocent-looking girl, right? She was with some lady. A lady with orange flowers in her hair? Yeah, that's her. She was wearing green dress and those legs. Yowzers! Which way did they go? They took the path to the upper right, but it was a while ago. Pearl. We must hurry. Okay, thank you, Duck. Thank you, Duck. Yeah, that's Donald Duck's very, very far cousin. Two girls passed by. They went straight up this way. Thank you. So not a lot of people come here, but two girls have. My core is getting cloudy. What is that? Pearl, where are you? I saw the stone here. I was only tiny, but it gave off a beautiful light. It was like a star twinkling in the night sky. Well, what is it you seek? Who are you? Okay, where's Pearl? Are you her friends? If so, you'd better hurry. I'm aware of that. Which way was she taken? I went straight down this path. Wait. No, it's nothing. Is there anyone in this world who truly hates beauty? Men compete for it. Sometimes they kill each other just to catch a glimpse. The greater the beauty, the fiercer the fight, but the less it seems to mean. How tragic. Well, what is it you seek? Ask about the Jumi. The legends say that whoever sheds tears for a Jumi shall turn to stone, but this is just a story to prevent contact between the Jumi and others. A friend of mine longs for jewels that sparkle. I have a bad feeling about this. My core has never been so cloudy. Ooh. I don't know who that was. That was a weird looking individual. Ah! Pearl. Well, have you remembered your true purpose yet? How many times are you gonna ask me? I have no idea what you're talking about. Stupid girl. Get away from Pearl. Halazul. Huh. I've been waiting for you. Let Pearl go immediately. Do I look like the sort of woman who would listen to you? If you won't listen to me, maybe you'll listen to my sword. Ha! You're too late. Whoa. No. Alazul. I hate to break it to you, Pearl, but your dear Alazul's core is scratched. Pearl. What now, my pretty? Will you not shed a little tear to save your knight? Don't listen to her. Well, Azul. The fish. Sandra, stop this. The Lord of Jewels. It's pointless to hurt one another. I cannot stand this girl or the entire Jumi people. Why don't you cry, Pearl? Answer me. No matter how sad I become, no tears ever fall. Jumi can't cry. You're just a run-of-the-mill guardian incapable of healing. You're right. We Jumi lost our tears long, long ago. The Jumi lost something, alright, but it wasn't tears. Listen to what your core tells you. You still don't understand. Not even you, heiress to the memories of antiquity. Alazol the Knight and Pearl the Guardian, you have lost your sparkle. Both your cores are now mine. I don't need the power to heal. Just give me the power to fight. Whoa! Black Pearl. What? Do you really wish to do battle with me, Sandra? No, I'm not so foolish. Wow, what? What was that about? Black Pearl? Damn, she's badass. Black Pillar. Black Pearl's core. Damn, she's a badass. Yes, again, the weird monster. Skull Splitter! I missed, of course. Oh. Yeah, there is a torso in its body there. I don't know, it's looking weird. Look at that hammer. She looks badass. You're basically sisters, yet you threw her to the wayside. Is Florina alive? To that I think she'd say, find the answer yourself. Yes, perhaps she would. I'll be going now until we meet again. Jumi Knight. Pearl. Pearl is gone. You are now free, Lapis Knight. I'm sorry for the pain I caused you. What was that? We must not let this beautiful stone die. I'll go get some medicine. That won't help. How come? This guy's a Jumi. Medicine doesn't work on him. But... Pearl. Cosmo. So, did Pearl just like evolve or something? I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I think she evolved, or really like the core gave... I'm not sure. Scary pearly lady. I don't know. I don't think this was explained. At least I don't think I've seen an event that explained this. Pearl disappeared again, so Alazul went and looked for her again. Sandra and Lord Jules and lots of people were in today's story. It made me sleepy. Must find Pearl. What is it? I want to protect Pearl. I don't know what Sandra or her accomplices are up to, but I won't let them hurt Pearl. Well, maybe it's time to read some backstory here that we found out about yesterday. Because this is not explained in the game. This is actually bonus. A twinkling consciousness became a star that sparkled in the night and banished the darkness. The mana goddess acquired sentience by gazing into the light of that blazing sun. She made Fadiel a great land, but as yet an empty one. The mana goddess drew light, beams of 6 colors from the sun. They became the 6 moons, and each bore a small deity within. When those gods awoke, they played beautiful music and gave their divine blessings to the land of Fadiel. The 6 deities became the moon gods and demanded that the mana goddess name them, so to each one she gave a shining stone that filled the air with song. Stars, follow me, moons, walk with me, and we shall celebrate your names. Trine, merciful god of water. Zia, passionate god of fire. Barlon, selfish god of gold. Libleet, hopeful god of wood. Morphs, wealthy god of earth. And Gazelle, whimsical god of wind. The moon gods rejoiced and the mana goddess returned to her slumber, becoming the great mana tree. Fadiel was left to the whims of the moon gods. The moon gods created land and ocean, tree and flower. They gave them light and the power to determine their fate. The light became the elemental spirits who soared across the skies. They released bountiful light of their own and brimmed with the desire to serve their creator's will. The moon gods were pleased with what they saw and decided to rest. Then a beautiful and powerful beast appeared, awakening the moon gods. They named this beast of strength and splendor Flammy. Whenever one of the moon gods would fall asleep, another Flammy would appear. Eventually, Flammies of all 6 colors came to populate the land. The moon gods tried to outdo one another, each wishing to create a being more beautiful than that of their kin. Soon the world was filled with many beasts, as was the mana goddess's will. The moon gods created ever stronger Flammies, but these beasts often quarreled. The cycle of creation and destruction repeated endlessly, and dark clouds fell over Fadiel. The trees withered, the land dried up, and the elementals lost their luster. It was not long before wars broke out. As the conflicts dragged on, the powers of the moon gods waned. The land of Fadiel was scarred, and chasms to another world opened in the wounds. The moon gods peered into this great unknown and came to know fear, envy, and desire. In the end, they also came to know their own foolishness. Cracks appeared in the mana tree. Waves of chaos from the other world crashed in and began to inundate all of Fadiel. Each moon god chose a Flammy and entrusted it with a stone. The Flammy soared into the sky, wheeling, gliding, then careening back down to the earth from which they were born, a great river of mana cascading in their wake. Fadiel was filled with the power of mana. The land healed itself and shut tight all ways to the other world. The Flammies sought their moon gods but could not find them, for the gods had lost their memories and became beasts. The 6 Flammies wailed in anguish and despair. Their cries rippled over land and sea, and the essence of thought forming where the perturbation settled. The Flammies left the moon gods ride upon them and took to the air. The moon gods became stars, but the Flammies never returned to the firmament. With the Flammies and the moon gods departed, new concepts came into being. But the elementals were afraid. They prayed to the mana tree, who responded with gentle pulses. The mana tree then spoke. These shapeless thoughts will be given form so that they might live. They will be given the task of creating this world. Their thoughts will shape the landscape, and they will be born into the world knowing fear and sadness. At times their thoughts may harm this land, but you must help them build it nonetheless. Soon, many new beings were born, such as humans and fairies. Humans used mana to power their creations, and fairies amplified the power of mana with song and dance. Then from beyond the heavens, 6 colored beams of light shone down upon the land. The 6 Flammies gazed upon Fadiel and watched as all life there prospered. A new age had begun. The Flammies of legend never returned from their heavenly ascent, and down below many creatures similar to them came into being. Among them, dragons inherited the Flammies' divine nature and became a species capable of deep introspection. They took it upon themselves to protect Fadiel from its many foes. Worms are said to be Flammies that fell into another world. They are able to be summoned into this one by powerful mages. Worms possess the formidable power of the Flammies, but lack their noble disposition. True Flammies are said to be regal and divine, unlike dragons and worms, but none can truthfully claim to have seen these awe-inspiring beasts in the flesh. Humans were destined to reproduce and populate the land, and in time they developed the technology to build. Soon they gained dominance over all physical things. The humans who live in this world came in different forms, but they are all humans. Some inherit their characteristics from their parents, while others are shaped through their experiences. Fairies have transparent wings, which are not used for flying and are shed as they grow older. Only young fairies can be seen by humans, but their bodies fade from view with the passage of time. Eventually, they become completely invisible to the human eye. The mana tree sustained the bond between the worlds of humans and fairies. Plants exist in both of these dimensions, absorbing the mana of Fadiel and releasing it into the atmosphere. Humans use trees for fuel or to make tools, thereby imbuing inanimate objects with the power of mana. Fairies, on the other hand, use the mana released by plants to make Fadiel a better place. Although not on par with the fairies, all humans were once able to harness the power of mana. The ability to draw on this power was originally bestowed upon all humans equally, but an over-reliance on machines caused many to lose touch with the natural world and forget this skill. In some, this innate ability to control mana lay dormant, and in later ages those who rediscovered it were called mages. The Great Witch, Anise, was the first mage to go down in history. She bored a hole into the mana tree and built a laboratory within it. The flow of mana into the human and fairy world suddenly ceased. Anise had diverted the vast amounts of mana into her workshop so that she might construct a jewel she called the Eye of Flame. This powerful stone brought out the evil in whoever touched it. In the Age of Myth, the stones that the mana goddess gave to the moon gods were the most powerful source of magic known. However, some mighty sorcerers born in later ages also came into possession of similar stones. Anise tried to obtain such a jewel when she made the Eye of Flame, but her creation was difficult to control and extremely dangerous. Before long, many others learned how to construct their own Eyes of Flame. As a result, the mana waves became chaotic, and shadows clouded the hearts of humankind. The violent pulses tore rifts between the dimensions, and evil surged through the souls of the people of Fadiel. The spiritual bond between planet and its inhabitants had been broken. An age had ended. The once pure land had been tarnished. The land was then ruled by fiendish entities who could control the chaotic waves. Those who saw the truth cried in anguish. But the mages rejoiced at their newly obtained powers, asserting that this world was the future they desired. The mages declared the inception of the new 1,000-year kingdom they named the Aeon of Eurycleus. What is the difference between fairies and humans due to the mana tree? What do you mean? Like there's... what? Like that's not how it works. The mana tree is the mana goddess. And the mana tree is controlling the flow of mana across the land. The humans and fairies are just there. They just exist. Ion, the leader of the fairies, sent an army to vanquish Anise. In the ensuing battle, hundreds of Anise's mages fought fairy warriors that numbered in the thousands. The battle raged overnight, and by dawn almost all of the fairies had been slain. The few remaining fairies survived as best they could in the world of humans. Although the fairies thought that all humans were enemies, they soon discovered that there were those in the human world that empathized with them. With the help of these humans, the fairies were once again able to go to war with Anise and her mages. The fairies emerged victorious, but it came at a great cost. During the battle, the mana tree burned to the ground. Although it was thought that many eyes of flame would be recovered from the ashes, only 3 were found. Aeon, the fairy leader, descended into the netherworld. He refused to be reincarnated and instead became the lord of the underworld. Aeon created servants from nothing more than his own will. He named them Shadows, and they guided newly departed souls to the underworld. From this time on, all departed souls were brought to the underworld to receive the judgment of its ruler before they could be reincarnated. Anise was killed by a stone called the Seventh Moon. Legend has it that Anise, a master of the Eye of Flame, was defeated by a fairy warrior who had harnessed the power of this strange and mysterious new jewel. And a big skip. We don't know what happened after that. It became known to the mages that magical instruments could be used as weapons. The mages took the remaining Eyes of Flame and the instruments acquired in previous battles and fled to the east. There they made instruments of immense mana power and dedicated them to their new ruler, Lonway. The mages provided Lonway their magic and urged him to prepare for battle with the fairies. Lonway's army then marched to the ancient city of Mindus to open the gates to the land of fairies. This move sent shockwaves across the world, and a brutal war broke out as nations jostled for position in the new and confusing political landscape. One king, Rickrod IV, was supported by Anuela, who supplied him with a squadron of flying wooden horses to fight against Lonway and his mages. He came to be known as the King of Wooden Horses, and many brave warriors enlisted his army. Hey there, RCP. What's up, what's up? This is a big skip in the story. Goddo Grottos were Fadil's power nexus, protected by the ghosts of the ascetics. Many Goddo monks fought as soldiers, and the high priests sent their own souls into battle to fight off beings from foreign worlds. Intense battles played out across the dimensions, with Goddo as their bloody stage. Roseote was an archer who could pierce a warrior's chest with an arrow from miles away. It was hoped that his bravery and skill would seal victory for Lonway, but he only joined Lonway's ranks on the promise of a hefty reward. In the midst of intense skirmishes between Rickrot and Lonway's forces, Selva of the Four Winds brought his army of Lillipes and Flowerlings to fight on Rickrot's side. Lonway then ordered Roseote to kill Selva. No one had ever escaped one of Roseote's arrows, and the chase was on. Despite Roseote's zealous pursuit, Selva continued to command his forces, but he could not evade the archer forever. As the arrow Roseote loosed pierced Selva's heart, he was set upon by countless Lillipes. The little creatures bore down on the decorated archer and made an unexpected proposal: to become a wisdom and walk the same path as them. Nunuzak was Lonway's best and most powerful summoner. He called forth Freymold, the Worm of Fire, on Lonway's orders as the tide of war began to turn against them. Nunuzak summoned the one monster after another Lonway was killed. Until Lonway was killed. Nunuzak's own body became trapped in the dimension on the other side of his magic circle. It's awesome because you actually know story of people you met in the game. Aeon's forces, the creatures of shadow, joined the fray from the underworld. This army of shadows could catch living beings and hurl them into the underworld, trapping them there for eternity. Allbone, the swordsman, descended alone into these murky depths and defeated Aeon in single combat with his blade. Freymold, the worm summoned by Nunuzak, flew across Fadil and burned Roseote's jungle to ashes. Roseote was incensed and defected to Anuela's forces to exact his revenge. What? Like everyone was fighting everyone? I'm curious why this conflict happened. That's the part we're missing. Lesdanak was the holy knight of Rickrot's army who had learned the spell of truth from the fairies. With his incantation, he defeated Freymold, but it is told that he later fell to a fairy's curse. After the war came to an end... Is that the next one? Rickrot IV built churches and began compiling the Book of Divine Guidance. He also founded the Academy of Magic and hung a portrait of the Great Witch Anise inside. even summoning her spirit to it, much to her daughter Enuela's displeasure. The temples lost many of their monks and priests as they came under Rickrot's rule. Some of the priests were forcibly enrolled in the Academy of Magic as researchers, so as to remove any potential dissidents from the world's religious organizations. In the years following the war, Rickrot sent soldiers to capture and eliminate the survivors of Lonway's army, as well as the fairies, which he claimed harbored powers most evil. Enuela fled and locked herself in a place named the Graveyard of Artifacts, never to emerge again. I guess Rickrot is the Emperor, probably? The 7th Mana Stone was long sought after for its special power and its existence. Is recorded many times in history. The Jumi were first to be suspected of having it. Many of them were haunted and killed after the Fairy Wars. Their cores removed in surgical procedures aimed at finding that elusive 7th jewel. When the Jumi were being hunted in the search for the 7th Mana Stone, many died after intentionally lessening the energy flow in their jewel cores. These Jumi made this choice to protect the secrets of their people. Mages began to deride them as mudstones as a result. Many changes were afoot in the land of fairies, as Zufben became their leader. The spiritual waves of the two worlds were becoming amplified, and many expected them to fuse. Zufben lamented the way humans had fallen from grace and called upon higher beings for help. Angels answered his prayers. Angels are beings who serve the goddess and cannot normally be seen by fairies or humans. But after hearing Zufben's pleas, 7 angels chose to reincarnate in the land of fairies. They sailed there on Jana, a ship with its own consciousness. In order to steer Jana, the angels chose to reincarnate into fairies and humans. Once reborn, the angels would lose their memories until Jana could awaken them. Zufben rode Jana and searched the lands of both fairies and humans to find the 7 angels, but humans attacked Jana out of fear of a flying ship. During the attack, the minds of those aboard the ship were tainted with evil. The angels transmuted into their human and fairy forms, but unable to sense Jana's benevolence, they lost all awareness to their true nature. Some of the angels even joined the battle to gain control of Jana. Eventually, the ship turned to evil and was captured by those with dark intentions. Even though Jana had not awakened them, 6 of the 7 angels regained their memories. One cried for a fallen friend, one confronted Jana, one crossed swords with a former angel, one heard the guidance of a wisdom. 6 angels' memories were restored, but the 7th would never reawaken. In the dreams of the 6 angels, a 7th angel appeared, but he did not answer the calls of the others. He was neither human nor fairy, but a Jumi. Both humans and fairies had exploited the Jumi to strengthen their magic in the war. The angels gave up on retrieving Jana and chose to fight for the Jumi. With help from the wisdoms, they built a ship to confront Jana and join the war. The angels defeated Zufben, who had turned to evil, and the human leader. They managed to seal Jana in the gap between dimensions and remained in Fadil thenceforth. A twinkling consciousness became a star that sparkled. Wait, this is back. Okay, sorry. Whew, man, I almost feel like the world history in this game is super interesting compared to the game. I mean, the game is awesome, but they are small stories. Like, this would actually be an awesome game. But we're missing information why the war broke out between humans and fairies. There's something happened there, like a 30-page story, and we don't know what happens after. We kind of read the beginning and somewhat close to the end. And almost all of this has nothing to do with any in the game. But it's really interesting nonetheless. Like the world lore is interesting. Now where do I go next? Where did Pearl go? I just like to see big wars and everyone killing everyone. Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Like, that story would be really interesting to see. Have you had any word of Pearl? Tell him the truth. So you can't find her. Then I'll go look for her. You can't. Maybe I need to tell him that she's okay. Oh, what? He's gone. Oh. It gets better each time? What do you mean? Like, the story is not... It's only in the books in the game, right? Which is a little bit unfortunate. And Rachel is here. Ah, I do so love the mountains. Let's leave the shop to Teapoa today and go for a hike. I bet you didn't know Daddy was good at climbing trees, huh, Sugar Cakes? Daddy, why didn't you take Mommy? I'll watch the shop for you. Ha! It's okay, sweet baby. You shouldn't have to worry about the shop. Oh, this is new, no? You mean that that you appreciate the game more when you start knowing certain intricacies and why certain events play out? Oh yeah, like for example, Nunuzak, why Nunuzak calls Esmeralda Mudstone. Yeah, like basically knowing the full background lore of the game enhances the experience. I agree with that. Well, I mean, events still become random, but like some of the things they say start making more sense. Like this game really just feels almost like, it's weird to say, it's that sandboxy game that you just live in a world and you get to know it. It's a unique experience actually. That the game is not about, well, so far, I mean, there are stories and I'm curious where this will go, but it's not a beginning to the end and then, you know, it's a grand story. No, this game is you jump into a world and that's it. And you live in the world. And that's the game. And you find out as much as you can. And some quests are longer, some quests are not. And you just live it. All right, let's ask for fortune. It says a new encounter awaits at Popoda Harbor. Okay. So in Popoda. It must be the Jumi quest because we know all the other quests where we have to go. There. I wonder, does my diary say even quests I failed? Nickel. Oh, yes, it failed. I hate it. But I still have to find where Niccolo is. Nothing here. Oh! The sea, the blue sea. Why, you're the one I traveled with before. But I can't remember what's wrong with me. I can remember my name, but nothing else. I woke up lying on this beach, and for some reason I was holding a Yambalu ribbon leaf. The ocean calls, but where should I go? Okay. Do you? Okay, so Niccolo has amnesia? So I either have to go on the SS Buccaneer or take him to Geo. If the ocean calls. Oh? Oh, why, it's Mr. Niccolo. That's right, I remember. Huh? I'm truly sorry, sir, but we don't have the 10 billion Wuka quite yet. I've been gathering the medicine to cure her sickness. I went a little further past my usual foraging area. I found... Oh no, I can't remember. Oh my, you must have amnesia. What did you say? Madam, it seems that Niccolo has came down with amnesia. Amnesia is an affliction memory when memory is lost, sometimes through emotional trauma. I do remember something. I know it's my mission to save her. Sotheby, wait! Ah, so you don't remember our agreement concerning payment either? Payment? How could I accept money when a life is on the line? No, Niccolo is redeemed. Is he a reformed trader now? Trader extraordinaire? I refuse to spend my life just seeking profit. You just take 3 Yambalu ribbon leaf infusions, and you'll be cured. It's free. It will bring you all you need. What? Madam, Niccolo seemed to have amnesia. So I heard. The ways of the merchant are so complicated. Oh wait, so that's not the quest. So that was just a cool side thing? Okay, so that was not a quest. Then I guess it is the Buccaneer. This looks so cool. This area looks so nice. So here I think I will have to talk with the captain maybe. And before Niccolo becomes a pirate. That would fit him. Wait, I have to randomly find... Okay, let's go. Which direction? I don't know. Okay, it's south, west, west. I don't know. Monsters? Okay. Could be he wants to go to the beach. Like, this is pretty random here. Okay, north and double west. Maybe. Okay, more west. Okay, so like, you could pretty much map this based on what he says. Captain wants to see us. The Feig snowfields. There be a rumor that maybe there probably be some treasure here. Possibly. You don't sound so sure, Captain. So how about it, matey? You wanna go searching for it with the penguins? Okay, another quest. Pfft. We're gonna freeze our beaks to death. The snow be too cold for us penguins. I can't take this no more. Okay, I guess there is a quest here. I guess there is a quest over here. More pirate quests. I wonder where Niccolo wants to go. Like the ship, again, like I feel like I'm supposed to map it out because I think it's just a board pretty much. And each step makes him say something. So you could actually map the area, like where there are monsters, where there's certain things happening. But we need to create a map for it. What do I need to do here, though? I'm not sure. Niccolo is strong. Nice. True Spear. Quakebringer. This spell looks amazing. Yep. Him before the war started because of the cactus, and like the cactus is some evil being. I'm Fiorentina, class 1 fairy. Erlang, a class 7 fairy, has the fairy treasure, but you will be unable to see fairies of a higher class without a spell. Would you like me to cast a spell so that you may see class 2 fairies? Yes. You have to find a fairy who can raise your fairy level. Beware of Pieta. She has a mean streak. I'm Malbaresta, class 2 fairy. Okay. Okay, level 3. Elnada is a class 2 fairy, but she can let you see class 4 fairies. Oh no. Alright, alright. So we have to run around looking for fairies. Pretty much. Here. Okay, there's someone here. Oh, there's two. I'm Lucini. Your fairy level is level 3. Do you want me to cast a spell on you? No. I'm Elnada, class 3. Okay. But didn't she say she can raise it further? A spell level 5. I think Sylvanella is by Pieta and Elkin is by Malbaresta. What? A monster egg. That looks like a cool one. Animal meat. Will it eat it? Yes! Dragon egg! A dragon! Oh, okay, okay. Then, we're selling the needle beak. Ooh, a dragon pat? Alright, alright. I'm up for that. Oh, wait, what is this place? Wow. That's looking pretty. Damn. I think this is where the final treasure will be. Guild of Lost Guild. A dragon path. Going. Well, I already don't remember the fairy names though, so I'm sorry. It's hard to remember all of those names. There. The killer bunnies. I wonder if those bunnies are also a Monty Python reference. Whoa, there's a lot. I'm Tilda, class 5. Okay. Spell level 6. Look for Lakshmi. A class 4 and class 5 fairy should be by her side. Okay. What class do we need? Do we need 7 or 8? Ow. There we go. My name is a secret, but I can still cast a spell on you. Okay, not yet. Alcyone. Oh, that's it. I think this is Lakshmi. Okay, I think this is it. Level 7. Look for Erlang. You have only one chance. As soon as you talk to the wrong fairy, you fail our test. The fairies only helped you so they could fail you at the final test. Wow. Wow. So if I talk to the wrong fairy, I fail? Wow. Hey there, Con. How's it going? Alright, let's be careful. So there was 3 here. That's harsh. Yeah, there was 3 here. Ow. There. Okay, so my guess is it's gonna be at the crystal area. No. It's not here. So the fairies only helped so I would fail? Wow. Quakebringer. How excited are you for the new East game today, Con? Is anyone else getting it, actually? I'll probably play the East games in order, so I'm gonna play them now. I'm excited for East 1 and 2. They look great. Hairball. Alright, so not this way at least. What East? Wait, isn't it East 9 coming to PC today? I think so. Doo-doo-doo. Whoa, that's a little lucre. Wow. From the dragon. Yeah. Oh, just the PC release. Yeah. Oh no. I mean, I don't know. Oh, come on. How do I know which one it is? Is this back to these three? Yeah. Okay. Oh, level up. All right, all right. I mean, I guess I could save. We can save scum. No. We're gonna figure it out normally. But just in case, let's save. Because what if you fail the quest and you can't redo it? Fake bringer. Bam. I have a feeling it's one of those three, though. All right. There's two. Was there two here? Three? Okay. I'm not Erlang. Wow. I'm Takis, class 3 fairy. Wow. But one disappeared, so I think that's Erlang. The one that disappeared. I think. So there were 3 here anyway. All right. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-bum. Alcyone. My name is a secret. Yes. Look for Erlang. Okay, Erlang is then the most... It's hard because they move around. I guess I wonder if their patrol position is always the same or not. Ow. And the fishes. So many weapons. Okay, so the one that's gonna be at the most... How do I even know? Both of them are here. Come on, how are you supposed to know that? Like their spawn position? No, they spawn on each other. And it's random. Oh, what a brilliant quest. The fairy's just trolling us. So it's, you constantly have to guess from 3. Okay. For this part, I might disable encounters here. Off. Because it's gonna be a lot of back and forth, I think. I'm gonna try to see if there's one that's different. No. Wait, at least it's not from the beginning. When they first said they want me to fail, I thought like each time you're gonna fail this, you're gonna have to start from fairy level 1. At least it's not the case. I really thought like then you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 again. Instead of here. Instead of just level 6, 7. But it's still, yeah. It's still rough. Okay. Okay, no, the one on the left. It's the one on the left. Yes! Congratulations, you found me. I'm Erlong. Thank you for playing with us. Please take this. Drop near. Well done. You're a real man of the sea. Here. It ain't much, but I want you to have this. I didn't get anything. The Snowfield Fairies. Whew. Okay. So because the 2 wrong ones spawned on each other. Because, oh, good thing we checked that. And then the right one always spawned left of them. Encounters back on. Somebody's calling me. I really hope I did not just fail his quest by coming home. Let's go back to the beach to Niccolo. Snowfield fairies. Fairies can be and can be seen by people. I guess seeing a fairy is just like dreaming. Wait, do I see dreams? Or do they really happen? Diary. Niccolo calls. Okay, so it did not fail. Just gotta go back to the beach. It could be then I have to go to the harbor with him. Let's check on my dragon. And then go to the beach to the sirens. Dragon egg almost ready. Ooh, I'm excited for that. Let's try to get it. Let's try to get the other pet. A dragon? It better be looking good. Boo 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 boo. Have they announced a new Switch? Wait, just now? A new Nintendo Switch version is coming. Wow. So it is actually a thing. The OLED model. Okay, what is it different? Okay. It's just a better screen then, no? 7-inch OLED screen. Wide adjustable stand. Built-in wired LAN port. Internal storage. Enhanced audio. Ha ha ha! Oh, man. I'm laughing so hard now. It's it's exactly what I expected. And don't get me wrong, I'm not laughing. I'm sorry people didn't get what they want. But that's exactly what I said. Why would Nintendo switch to 4K? That's not what the Switch is about. The Switch has been always about handheld. Why would they do 4K? I'm not surprised by this. It was always supposed to be a handheld platform. They're never gonna, well, not never, but it's really low chance because they can. But why should they? There's no point. There, you can just play on your PlayStation then. Like Nintendo never wanted and doesn't need to compete. They don't need to compete. So there's no point in making a better platform for them. It's just they're good at what they're doing and they don't need to make a more more advanced console and invest into it because people will buy the Switch anyway. It's successful. Okay, back home. Oh, still no pet. I guess like it's playtime and it's not days. I'll take the Garuda. But yeah, that's no surprise on me. I'm even surprised they do this. But isn't the market already saturated with enough Switches? Is it going to be that big of a difference for people who already have Switches to upgrade to the $350 model? What do you mean with this? I mean, a lot of people actually don't have Switch. A lot of people don't have. The Switch has been always in demand. It has been in demand and also out of stock. And I don't think this is that big of an investment for them. So people who want to buy a new one, they will be able to get this. And those who really like the Switch and they use it for handheld, this will probably be worth it for those people. I don't use handheld, so it's not worth it for me. But if you're using handheld a lot, then this is not bad. What did I want to do? Oh yeah, I wanted to go to Polpoda. But yeah. And by the way, another point on why I don't let leaks on my Discord and my stream. all the people who were waiting for the 4K Switch leaks and everything, it's all because of the leaks. If there were no leaks, there would be no disappointment now. There's Nicolo. All right, let's go to the beach. Then I think it's the beach where we have to go. You don't know if 4K is supported in the dock mode. If it was you really think they wouldn't say if it was 4K on the announcement? Come on. Like, if it was a 4K upgrade, they would have said it. Like, there's no way they're gonna say like, oh, here's a new Switch with a new OLED, amazing, adjustable screen, and then like forget to say that it's oh, by the way, now it's 4K. There. So I think I have to take Nicole to the lighthouse. To the ferry or the Siren Lighthouse. But nonetheless, I think that's cool. Like, the OLED upgrade is actually good because Switch in handheld mode is beautiful. So I can imagine this screen is gonna be even better. Like, it's gonna be beautiful. For those who use the Switch handheld, and especially in Japan, and let's not forget that for Japanese companies, Japan is still the #1 region they care about. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that's just how it is. This OLED Switch will be huge. It will be huge. So I'm thinking about going outside. May I go with you? No. So this is not where I have to bring Nicolo. Damn. There. Sorry. I would be very interested to see a statistic if I wish there was a statistic like that. If people who have the Nintendo Switch, what percentage of Switch owners use it in handheld and or in dock mode? But I have a feeling that most Nintendo Switch users actually use it handheld. Like, dock mode is probably the minority. Especially if they decided that this upgrade is worth it. You're 95% handheld. There you go. Like, that's why they did this. And then this is a really good upgrade. Maybe it's not worth for everyone, but going from this screen to a OLED, and they probably made some other adjustments as well. It's probably good. Yeah, handheld there as well. Like, I think I would play handheld as well. Maybe the only reason I'm not handheld is because I'm streaming. Not to mention all the Animal Crossing players I'm 100%, 95+% of them as well, handheld. It's one of the most popular games. How many people will give up their light for this? A lot. Especially considering how cheap the light is. Wonder what the price is. But to be fair, I'm also happy that they're not releasing a 4K Switch. Don't get me wrong, but I know a lot of people waited for it. I'm personally happy. I'm gonna explain to you why. I would rather have a Nintendo Switch 2 far into the future than support this, you know, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 Pro kind of system. If there will be an upgraded Switch, I would prefer it to be a Switch 2. That's like gonna be, you know, next gen console. Because it's just really more fair for people as well. You don't have to worry about, well, will there be a PlayStation 5 and a PlayStation 5 Pro? I don't know. And instead, it's much more respectful, I think, to the consumers to say, nope, there are different versions, but it's not a performance one. But at least that's my point of view. Still 1280 times 720 resolution is not that pretty. It's also not the end of the world. It's really, don't get me wrong, I can't say if it's minority or majority. It's the same as the 30 FPS on consoles. It's not the end of the world. But I'm curious if there will be news about it still. If there are more news that they announce. Prince Beach. Yeah, actually on it, to be fair, as a preference, you know, if I wanted a new Switch, I would actually want them to make a more comfortable handheld controller for it. I'm surprised you say they have no difference in the Joy-Cons. If anything, to make the Switch even more popular, what I would have done is instead make a much more comfortable handheld controller mode. $20 crabs. That's still an achievement. I wonder how many do you have to step on then? Let's go back to Popoda. An RJ45 port? What is that? Oh, network. I still think the number one place you might want to go is either the beach or the Buccaneer. Yeah, the music is great here. Hey there, Elzol. I think my favorite music is probably the monkey, the juggler, and their theme. Any news? Like, just let me know if they announce anything else about the Switch. Yeah, again, people, my Twitter is all positive. Such a nice new Switch, especially for people like me who like to play handheld. I don't understand why people are complaining again. I don't like leak culture, that's why. It's probably because of leak culture. All those fake leaks. Yeah, they announced a new Switch with OLED screens. So better handheld quality. Maybe minor hardware improvements. I'm sure, but... Will I buy it? No, I mostly play docked. The LAN connection is cool, but can't you already basically have a USB LAN connection? I know it's more of a hassle, but just for the LAN connection, it's not worth buying. There are cheaper solutions for that. Or oh yeah, you can just buy the new dock. I wonder if you can. I might do that. If you can, I might buy the new dock. It also depends on the price, how expensive it is really. But I don't think I need a new Switch really. Monster Egg. The new Switch can use old dock, so it should be fine. But that does not mean the old one can use the new one. So someone would have to confirm that. Did I misunderstand Niccolo? Maybe it is like we've... Tough. You don't think they would be fools enough to do it like that? Why would, like, that's perfect marketing. Buy a new Switch for the LAN port. Would it have backlash? Yeah, but it's Nintendo. No one would be surprised. Just the usual stuff. That's one of the things why it's cool to be Nintendo. Because no one's surprised if you do something, you know, not something. If you pull something like that, it's like just normal Nintendo business. That's the thing with everything in life. Once you give privileges to people, you have to keep to it. If you take away, then you're in trouble. But if you don't, then people are just used to it. But yeah, it probably works, of course. I'm just joking, but I think we'll just have to experiment here with the C. I don't know. But let's save nonetheless. Let us save here though, because I really do need a quick break. A quick 5 to 6 minutes break. But with that said, everyone, thank you so very much for being here for some more Legend of Mana. Thank you for accompanying me in the journey. We'll just take just a short break, not too long, okay? 5 to 6 minutes break. I'm gonna bring in something to drink as well. Quick bathroom break. Do whatever you need to do. I'll be right back as well. And we're gonna continue from here. Alrighty. We still have some side quests. Then I need to figure out how to continue the Jumi's main mission, which we will see. Everything else we know, I think, roughly. So I'll be right back. Enjoy the break. And everyone has time as well to check out the Switch news. I'll be right back. Enjoy the break.